Thank you for tuning in, Sagittarius. This is Kelly with your May love reading. We're going to start by pulling some cards for you on the left and the person you're dealing with for the month of May on the right. I'm going to start with the tarot and we'll see if we have any jumpers for you today. Set the deck and see what energy you're bringing in tonight. Okay. So you're coming in with the Two of Swords in reverse, as well as the Two of Cups. So we got two twos right here, so keep that in mind, okay? When we talk about the Two of Swords in reverse, that means you've made your decision, okay? Two of Cups talks about our loved ones. It talks about our significant other. It can also talk about your love for yourself. This can be self-love as well. So let's go ahead and pull for the energy you're dealing with for the month of May. Okay, so we're coming in with the Star card in reverse as well as the Page of Cups in the upright. Coming in with some kind of soft apology. The Star card in reverse talks about loss of faith, loss of our vision, loss our connection to spirit, having that faith that things will work out. There were some decisions that you had to make, and you made your choices, and you did it for the right reasons. I don't think they quite agreed with you in regards to your choices, but let's pull some more tarot and see how the messages unfold. We're coming up with your romance card, and it's talking about retreat, taking care of yourself, getting back to basics, disconnecting from the world. And they're coming in with release your ex. Interesting. Interesting when they start bringing up the ex. Okay. We're going to pull some oracle cards here. Get some more clarity. Let me pull a couple more tarot on that release the ex. What you're doing with their exes that made you retreat. Ooh, you're coming up with two. Ooh. All right. Saggy, you're just... Okay. So we're coming in with the High Priestess of Earth. Being very, very balanced, being very, very secure. So that's really interesting energy coming in from the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords in reverse. So when you make this decision, and the decision that kind of was forced on you, you made this very grounded, okay? But you're taking a huge risk doing what you're doing. But you know you're doing it for the right reasons. You chose wisely in this situation, but it's very risky for you. You're risking a lot in your foundation, but you're also very solid in regards to what your choices are. They're coming in with strength and cycles. And at the very bottom of the deck, we have choices, right? Yeah, the situation that unfolded with their ex that came back, their cycle was not finished. There was something that needed to be taken care of, and there was a decision that this person had to make, and they didn't follow what their divine plan was supposed to be. They kind of, did what they wanted and asked for forgiveness later, and it's a day late, dollar short in that regard. If they were talking to their ex, and not letting you know about it, or if it went further than that, there were secrets, and they were like, not strong enough to make a decision with that faith card. Okay, the Sun card. They actually went against their instinct when they contacted or was dealing with their ex. And now that you've become their ex, they have to release you as well, right? They can't be coming in with this apology, this soft apology for doing what they did and expect you to come back. You're ready to risk all this. This is not something that you want to hang on to. You're also coming in with perseverance that strength, that being very determined, knowing what you want and going after it, regardless of what you think the odds are. You know it in your heart and in your mind that what you want is what you're going to get. And you're not going to stop until you do that. You chose you. All right, they're coming in with friendship, and that's exactly where they're going to stay, is in the friendship zone, right? They want at least to be friends, you know, they still want to stay in contact, all that stuff. And I really don't feel like you're going to be giving them much of your time or energy, because they have to stay in the friend zone now. Because you have other things to do. Once you made up your mind, that was it. And this Two of Cups right here, that is your energy that's coming in. You're very happy in your heart once you make this decision that you know this is what you're supposed to do. So you get the High Priestess, the Two of Cups. You know, you're no longer in the indecisive mode as to making the decision. Decisions made. You know, you found out what you found out. They're trying to softball the apology to you. And it's either they let go of their ex or they let go of you. Either which way, they're releasing an ex. You're coming in with the Magician card. Let's pull a clarifier real quick on that. Okay, and that's coming in with the Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups in reverse is usually looking back on, like, say, our childhood or childlike behavior and not really looking at it with positive memories. Okay, so whatever you're looking back on, you're seeing the negative side of what has transpired. This may have to do with children as well. And as I was shuffling, we had one fall on the floor, and it's funny enough that it is the Six of Wands, but it landed on the floor sideways, okay? And this Six of Wands in the upright talks about moving on and taking all the lessons, which are the swords, with you as you move forward, right? And then when it's in the reverse, you're kind of you're doing it because you have to, not because you want to. And the swords are like really things that had caused you a lot of pain and with a lot of effort. There's also a time in this energy when it comes in on the sideways that you contemplated moving on or staying, that really weighed heavily on your mind, and it was part of the decision making. So you didn't come to this decision lightly, but now that you have made the decision, it's going to flow in the right direction. And I'm not surprised that the Tower card is coming up for them, and that is all about chaos, causing havoc, whatever structure that in the relationship or in the physical was broken down to the point that it has to be rebuilt, and it doesn't have to be rebuilt together, but it's now into the ashes. Okay, and this is where the Phoenix comes in, because everything that breaks down is an opportunity for being rebuilt. Not necessarily with them, but just rebuild on your own as well. And I think you choose you out of this. They're also coming in with the Knight of Wands. So they're not going to be leaving you alone during this chaos. And I think that's where your Magician card comes in to offset this Knight of Wands energy, because they're going to be asking to come back. They're going to be knowing that their decisions that they made that you found out about is going to bite them in the butt later on. It's not going to be the grass is greener on that. And you're creating things for yourself with the Magician. You are making things happen. You are using all the elements, using all your abilities of the physical and of the spiritual to correct what had happened and to move on your own and find that perfect person. But right now you choose you, right? And you're going to use your magic so that you can create the life that you want. They're going to still come in with these ideas and how we use, but they cause havoc and chaos where they are in their energy right now, and you don't want to have anything to do with that. If they could either make a decision and be the way they're supposed to be, everything would be fine. But they keep faltering back and forth, and you've had enough of that back and forth situation with them. But they still have you as an option, so they think. They keep coming back with this Knight of Wands, being like, oh, inspiration, and I've changed, and, this is what we can do now with all these ideas for a beautiful future. But they've shown that you've already struggled going back and forth with them, leaving and then coming back, stalling because you didn't want to leave, because it is a big risk for you to move on. But the risk is worth it. You're worth it. So remember that, Sagittarius. It'd be a little rough and bumpy, but you got this. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. I would love to see you guys back real soon. Take care.